But we will be moving also once again to another constituency. We are trying to cover all the 6 constituencies to ensure that our viewers and our listeners are able to get minute-by-minute updates of what is going on here. And we will be able to relay that information once we get to the other constituency tallying centers. But from my Nabkoi constituency, the process is still going on. And it's set to go on until later in the afternoon, just like the other areas where we've been in Moiben Constituency Tallying Center and also the Kapseret Constituency Tallying Center. Back to you in studio for the rest of the program.
Coming back to you with more updates from Uasin Gishu County. And right about now from Uasin Gishu County, we are crossing over straight to Nakuru Town West constituency, which is a constituency among the 11 constituencies in Nakuru County. Marianne Nyambura is joining us now live just to give us an update on what is happening in that particular constituency with regards to the tallying process that has been going on. And of course, as we continue to break down the numbers for you, we will be coming back to this particular process. Remember, we are present in all the 47 counties, reporters scattered in different parts of the country, just to help us get more about how the numbers are coming up. Now, I just want to take you over to Yvonne Okwara for more.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Surfin. And yes, we will definitely be linking up with Marianne Nyambura, who's in Nakuru West. But first, I want to take you to Alego Usonga constituency, one of 6 constituencies in Siaya County, where the incumbent Samuel Atandi was fighting for re-election in a county, by the way, that has had quite a bit of turnover over the last couple of election cycles. And I've seen a tweet from Sam Atandi, I think earlier this morning, claiming victory. But Sam, what can you tell us about Alego Usonga in terms of the various races at that level?
Yvonne, it has been a waiting game, but that waiting game is almost coming to conclusion. In a matter of, say, minutes, we should be concluding the tallying exercise here in Alego Usonga from all the 230 polling stations strewn across the 6 wards in Alego Usonga constituency. And rightly so, that tweet attributed to the current Member of Parliament, Samuel Atandi, who is defending his seat from a number of aspirants or challengers, including the immediate former Member of Parliament, Washington Mulwan. And of course, rightly as you said, there is the history behind Alego Usonga constituency is it is a one-term sort of tenure. You come, you serve your 5 years for one term, and then over you go. And of course, from the information that we have, the tallies really are putting confidently so the sitting Member of Parliament, Samuel Atandi, way ahead of the pack. And probably that's why from, of course, his agents across all the 230 polling stations putting him ahead of all of his challengers. And probably that is why he's saying that it is about time that he breaks that one-term jinx here in Alego Usonga. And as I said, we are just waiting for results from 6 more polling stations out of the 230. So we are talking about 224 polling stations that have already been polled or tallied. And any minute from now, say in the next few minutes, we should be getting a word from the returning officer on exactly how the tallies look like, say from Member of Parliament here in Alego Usonga. Of course, the other seats that we are also looking very keenly following is the governorship, how it will play out here in Alego Usonga. Of course, vis-a-vis other constituencies, 5 other constituencies here in Siaya County. We'll be looking at the position of woman representative, the position of senator, and of course, for the immediate people here of Alego Usonga, the different different wards, they'll also be keenly following who will be their members of county assemblies. Of course, it has been a grueling exercise since morning, actually since yesterday, an exercise that began with the counting of votes, and from the counting of votes in the respective polling streams. Now, the presiding officers left their polling streams, streamed here at the constituency tallying center. Of course, they had to be their documentation verified, their polling materials already in their ballot boxes also checked in, and of course from there their results had to be tabulated and also just verified before the formal announcement being made here. And of course, from there, now the collation and computation of the entire result that is happening right now. And better yet, peculiarly, is for every position, that is from position of president, position of governor, senator, member of parliament, women representative, and MCA, what the commissioner has done is it has placed at least 2 polling officials for each position. And what these 2 polling officials are doing is they are making sure that, better yet, they are concurrently tallying.
Hello, Julius. Sazilo utakuwa free. Sazilo utakuwa free.
Is they are making sure that, better yet, they are concurrently tallying the final results for Alego Usonga constituency. And of course, once we have that exercise concluded, of course, we'll be moving to other constituencies, Bondo being of keen interest. Of course, Alego Usonga is the most populated constituency here in Siaya County. Over 100 populated constituency here in Siaya County. Over 122,000 registered voters from, as I said, 6 sub-counties in Alego Usonga. And then, of course, the other constituencies, Bondo, Ugenya, Ugunja, Gemra, Rieda, and the likes. So, of course, probably this opens the way for results from other constituencies or constituency tallying centers to also just inform our audiences, and as well as inform the residents of their respective constituencies. And even as we speak right now, outside this constituency tallying center, there are a number of people just eagerly awaiting to know if at all their vote has made a difference. So they're just lining up outside to hear that final word from the constituency returning officer. Of course, from here, these results will now be collected into another form 34B, and now moved as well to the county tallying center, where the results of the government to the county tallying center, where the results of the governor, the results of the senator, and the woman representative will be collected and will be tallied all together. And if that happens, then he will be probably going to the history books of breaking that jinx of being a one-term member of parliament here in Alego Usonga. So, Yvonne, we are keeping our eyes wide open. We are keeping our ears very alert, just to make sure that we capture that announcement, and also we get the results as they are. Back to you, Yvonne, at the Communication Center.
Thank you, Sam. So it was George Mulwan in the 11th Parliament, Sam Atandi in the 12th. Who shall it be for the 13th Parliament for the members of Alego Usonga constituency? Our Sam again is in Siaya County and will continue to update us on the latest from there. But we have more reports from across the country. Trevor?
Yes, thanks, Yvonne. We're heading now to Kakamega, which should be somewhere right about there, if I'm not wrong. Yes, that's Kakamega, where Brenda Wanga is standing by with the latest. Brenda, good evening. Good morning, actually, not evening. I know, we've jumbled up days. We've been here 24 hours, wall to wall. So, good morning, Brenda. Last evening. What's the latest from where you are?
Well, good morning, Trevor. I am here in Huesero constituency, Kakamega County. We have been following events across the 12 constituencies that make up the greater Kakamega County, and we are now reporting to you live from the county, the constituency tallying center of Huesero, where, as you can see behind and around me, the process of receiving the returns from the various polling stations in this constituency. About 115 of them is underway. The boxes coming from the polling stations from last evening after the close of the voting session of this elections, and now this tallying part at the polling station, of course, having completed, and moving now to the constituency level, where the returning officer's task now is to collect all the Form 34As for the presidential vote. He also is dealing with the county seats. In this county, we only had 2 county elections for the seat of the women representative and the seat of the Senate. Of course, the member of National Assembly for Huesero constituency votes also being tallied here, and they will be announced here. The votes also for the members of the county assembly being tallied here, and they will be announced here. However, the process of this tallying is facing quite a bit of a challenge due to an incident that happened here last evening at one of the polling stations in this constituency at a place called Eshibinga polling station. I am now joined by the returning officer of this constituency, Mr. Ngetich. You could just perhaps give us an overview of what happened in that polling station and how that is likely to affect the results coming from this area. Bwana Ngetich, maybe you could just take us through what happened last evening at Eshibinga polling station.
Okay, thank you, Anga. My name is Thomas Ngetich, returning officer, Huesero constituency, which is in Kakamega County. As you stated, there is an incident that happened yesterday in one of our polling stations, that is in Eshibinga polling station, which is in Kisa East. As you are aware, from yesterday we started polling and opened the stations at 6 in the morning. And all had been going very well in all the stations until around 5:20. We received a call from the election officials, the presiding officers who were at the station. The station has 3 streams, and therefore we had deployed 3 sets of election officials in all the streams. And they were calling, asking for help, and they informed us that they were seriously under attack, that their polling station had been attacked, and the materials for polling had been destroyed by people who came to the polling station for the main reason of basically destroying the election materials. Some of the officials were assaulted, and some had even their phones destroyed. And while they came under that attack, they had to flee for their lives and hid at a nearby secondary school, from where they called us to ask for help. So we quickly got in touch with the security who rushed to that station, having also received the same information. And as they got there, they were basically trying to make sure that the officials were safe, and that they also secured